All right, so you want to get certified as a medical assistant and you want to know how. Or maybe you just want to know if you should get certified at all. So in today's video, we're going to cover all of that and more. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Grant, and if you're new to the channel, I'm a known certification and college expert, and I've been in a number of publications. And the goal for this channel is to provide tips and tricks for busy adults to get certified faster and start towards that career of your dreams without a bunch of student debt or having to drive to college every day. So you've probably seen from other videos on the channel that I absolutely love medical assisting as a career. It gives you the opportunity to start working in healthcare and with patients. As a medical assistant, you also get such a wide breadth of experience because you touch so many different parts of the medical practice or the hospital. So one day you could be working on the administrative side, another day directly with patients, and another day doing all kinds of other things that are important for a hospital or a medical practice to run efficiently. Another reason I love this career is that you get a great starting salary. You also get lots of perks working for big healthcare organizations. And according to the BLS, there is an immense demand for medical assistants. For the next 10 years, the demand is continually going to climb, which means that employers are likely to want to recruit you immediately when you finish your training. And finally, this career gets your foot in the door to get into the healthcare industry without needing a college degree. So that saves you a ton of time and a ton of money. But now that begs the question, if you don't need a degree, what do you need to get started as a medical assistant? So we're going to jump into that right now. All right, so what does it mean to be certified? There's an organization called NHA, and they have an exam to become a Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, or CCMA. In other words, they set the standard for what you need to know in the field, and they have an exam. Once you pass that exam, you're certified. So one of the questions that I get all the time is it worth it to get certified, or do I need to get certified? And the short answer is absolutely. In my opinion, it's a must. If you're going to do one thing to get in this space, you need to get your certification. Now, people often ask me why, so let's look at some data. If you go and take a look at a recent study from NHA that just happened in 2020, one of the things that they pointed out from employers is that over 89% of employers prefer their medical assistants to be certified. That's a really big deal. In other words, employers have made it almost mandatory, a requirement that you have to go get certified before they'll consider you for that job. In fact, as of today, many hospitals around the country have made it mandatory that you have to have certification before you even apply. Becoming a certified clinical medical assistant is essentially the gold standard. One, it's nationally recognized, meaning no matter where you go throughout the country, healthcare organizations are going to know what that is, which means that no matter where you live or move, you've got a good starting point. Secondly, you can do both clinical and administrative work in a healthcare practice with this certification. And finally, once you pass the exam, you get to put CCMA as a title past your name, so you get some cred with that as well. So to get certified, you first need to take the right training program, and by the way, we'll cover that coming up in a few seconds, pass the exam, and voila, you're a certified clinical medical assistant. So what I would recommend is absolutely get that certification before you start job hunting, so you're well trained, and then you can get your foot in the door for that dream job. Okay, so what do you need then to get certified? Where do you start? The first and probably the most important thing you need to do is to get the right training. In my opinion, training is the most critical step, and often the step that I see most people make the biggest mistakes. If you choose the wrong training program, it could lead to a ton of student debt. It could take years longer than what it needs to get into the field. And there might be some red flags on your resume that could harm you from getting that job that you want to get. You need to choose a best-in-class training program, and that's going to prepare you for the certification exam. And more importantly, you need to make sure it's from an accredited source It's faster and doesn't take years to complete, is affordable, so you don't have to go into a ton of student debt, and finally gives you the experience so that you've got some experience for your resume before you go to that first job. Now, if you don't want to waste tons of years in a training program or get into student loan debt, then I highly suggest you check out my free masterclass. In the masterclass, me and Nancy Vang, a certified medical assistant veteran for over 7 years, give you a step-by-step blueprint and checklist on how to get certified as quickly as possible in the best possible way. Plus, Nancy answers a ton of cool questions about the career, including how much you could make, what a typical day is like, and other tips and tricks that you're not going to want to miss. So to register for the masterclass, there's a link below in the show notes, or just go to medicalassistantmasterclass.com. It's totally free. So if you want to join the career in the next 6 months, definitely check out the free masterclass for a limited time. Another question I get is, can I start looking for jobs before I get certified? And again, my answer is no, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend that you get certified first to give yourself the best chance of getting that job, definitely in light of the data that we talked about before. So what I would do at this juncture is to focus your efforts on finding a really good training program, given the fact that that's so critical. Again, if you've got any questions remaining, or if you want to know more to really go in depth about getting into this field and getting certified, I would definitely check out my free masterclass. We go into everything, go through all the details on how to get your training faster, save the most money, and just do it the right way. Okay, guys, so again, if you've got some questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel and allows us to continue to produce great content for getting into these awesome careers like medical assisting. So until next time, take care.